Welcome everyone. I'm excited to take you on a journey through the 7th century transformation. Today, we'll explore the remarkable Muslim conquests and how they shaped the world. Over the course of this presentation, we'll delve into the key events, the regions affected, and the lasting impact of these historic changes. Let's get started and discover this fascinating chapter of history together. On this slide, we see that the guiding purpose was to lead communities toward faith, law, and social order. This wasn't just about spiritual beliefs, but about creating a structured society based on shared values. It was a divine mission, aiming to unify people through a common spiritual and moral foundation. This land was tribal and diverse, with many different groups and traditions, yet a unifying message began to emerge. It was a message that resonated across different tribes, helping to bring a sense of cohesion and purpose. Now, if we look back to 7th century Arabia, we see a time of great change. It was a land marked by tribal loyalties and social divisions, but it was also the setting for an extraordinary figure, the last messenger, Prophet Muhammad, who lived from 570 to 632 AD. His mission was transformative. He united Arabia under a new spiritual and social order, laying the foundations for a movement that would influence millions. And this marks the dawn of a new era, one that would reshape not only the region, but also the course of history through faith, law, and social transformation. When we talk about the core principles and human values, one of the most fundamental beliefs is believing in life after death and understanding that our actions have eternal consequences. This encourages us to live with purpose and accountability. Upholding the truth and living with integrity in every action is essential, because our honesty shapes our character and influences those around us. Being faithful and honest in all dealings and relationships builds trust and respect, which are the foundations of strong communities. Additionally, teaching others to be humanitarian and helpful to all people reflects compassion and empathy, reinforcing the importance of kindness in our lives. Finally, testifying that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad is his messenger is the cornerstone of our faith, anchoring all these principles together. These 5 pillars serve as guiding principles, reminding us to live ethically, compassionately, and with sincere devotion in our daily lives. This event marks a significant turning point, as it not only marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar, but also signals the formal organization of the empire. Medina became the political and spiritual heart of the growing Muslim community, establishing itself as the first Islamic state. Facing persecution in Mecca, the Prophet Muhammad and his followers made a pivotal move, emigrating to Medina to build a new society. This migration, known as the Hijra, took place in 622 CE and was crucial for the survival and expansion of Islam. It wasn't just a physical move. It was a foundational moment that set the course for the future of the Muslim community and the development of Islamic civilization. By 632 AD, we see a major turning point in the history of Islam, as it became the dominant power across the Arabian Peninsula. This wasn't just a matter of military conquest. It was about uniting a diverse and often divided region under a common faith and leadership. What's really important here is how this unification set the stage for the rapid expansion that would follow. You'll notice that as Islam grew, major Arabian cities started submitting to the Prophet's authority one after another. This process can be described as a snowball effect. Once the momentum started, it quickly gained strength. Cities recognized the strength and legitimacy of the Prophet's leadership, which further encouraged others to join. And then, in 630 CE, we see a pivotal moment, the Prophet's triumphant return to Mecca. After years of opposition and conflict, he came back victorious, which marked the end of resistance and solidified Islam's dominance in the region. This return was not just a military victory, it was a symbol of the unity and strength that had been achieved. All these points connect back to the overall theme of how Islam rapidly grew from a message to a powerful unifying force across Arabia, transforming the social and political landscape of the region. During the era of expansion from 632 to 661, we see a remarkable period in Islamic history where the religion spread far beyond the Arabian Peninsula. This was a time when Islam became a dominant influence across the Middle East and the Mediterranean, shaping cultures, societies, and politics along the way. Central to this expansion were the Rashidun Caliphs. These are the rightly guided leaders who guided the community after the Prophet Muhammad's death. We have Ali bin Abu Talib, who was not only a cousin but also a son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad, and later became the fourth caliph. Then there's Uthman bin Affan, known for his dedication and for compiling the Quran into a single book. Omar bin al-Khattab was known for his strong leadership and administrative skills, which helped expand and organize the Islamic State. Abu Bakr, the first caliph, was a close companion of the Prophet and played a crucial role in uniting the Muslim community during a challenging time. All of these figures collectively represent the Rashidun Caliphate, which laid the foundational principles for the expansion, governance, and consolidation of the Muslim community. This period is pivotal because it demonstrates how leadership, faith, and strategic expansion transformed Islam from a community in Arabia into a powerful, influential civilization across vast territories, setting the stage for the subsequent centuries of Islamic civilization. After consolidating control over the Arabian Peninsula, the early Muslim community began to expand beyond their borders. They initiated raids into Sasanian Iraq and Syria, marking the start of a much wider expansion across the region. This was a strategic move to challenge and weaken the powerful empires around them, and it set the stage for rapid territorial growth. Now, if we look at the broader picture, this expansion wasn't just about military conquest. It was about uniting and strengthening the Muslim community on a larger scale. During the Ridda Wars in 633 CE, for example, they successfully reunified the Arabian Peninsula, which was crucial for consolidating their power before moving outward. These wars were essentially a fight to bring back tribes that had temporarily broken away after the Prophet's death, and their victory laid a solid foundation for future conquests. Speaking of foundations, it's important to note that after the Prophet Muhammad's passing, a new leader was chosen, Abu Bakr. He was selected to succeed the Prophet because of his close relationship and his qualities as a leader. Under his guidance, the Rashidun Caliphate was established, and he played a key role in laying the groundwork for the empire's expansion. So, in summary, the early Muslim leadership, starting with Abu Bakr, focused on uniting the Arabian tribes, securing their base, and then aggressively expanding into neighboring regions such as Iraq and Syria. These actions were essential steps in building the vast empire we're discussing today. Let's take a closer look at how Muslim forces established control in Syria and outmaneuvered the Byzantine armies with remarkable skill. This was a period of strategic brilliance, where the Muslims used their knowledge of the terrain and surprise tactics to gain the upper hand. Moving on to the Syrian front, we see successful raids into Sasanian Iraq, which were crucial in securing key territories along the Euphrates River. These victories not only expanded their reach, but also demonstrated their military effectiveness. In the Iraqi campaign, the Muslims crushed the strongest opposition and managed to restore order across the Arabian Peninsula by 632 CE. This was a significant achievement that unified the region under new leadership. Now, one of the most legendary figures in this military history is Khalid ibn al-Walid, often called the Battle of Al-Yamama. He played a pivotal role in early Muslim victories, and what truly sets him apart is that he never lost a single battle, a testament to his exceptional strategic mind. Khalid ibn al-Walid's genius on the battlefield earned him the nickname, the Sword of Allah. His leadership and tactical innovations were instrumental in shaping the success of these early campaigns. Overall, these points highlight how strategic mastery and individual brilliance contributed to the rapid rise of the Muslim state during this period. Under his leadership, the empire expanded rapidly, reaching into Iraq, Iran, Egypt, and North Africa. This incredible growth was made possible by reinforcing the fronts with fresh troops and legendary commanders like Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, who played a crucial role in securing victory after victory. As the second caliph, from 634 to 644, Umar oversaw some of the most significant territorial gains in Islamic history. He was not only a strategic thinker, but also a commanding leader, often called the commander of the faithful. His reign marked the great expansion of the empire, setting the foundation for the vast civilization that would follow. This period truly highlights how strong leadership and strategic planning can lead to extraordinary growth. The final defeat at the Battle of Nahevand in 642 CE marked the complete collapse of the once magnificent Sasanian Empire. This event truly signified the end of an era for Persia's great civilization. Despite being heavily outnumbered, the Muslim forces demonstrated exceptional strategy and skill, allowing them to overcome the odds and secure victory against two of the most powerful empires of that time. The Rashidun troops moved swiftly across the land, ultimately taking the Persian capital. This conquest signaled the end of Sasanian dominance over the region and opened the path for new political and cultural shifts. A key moment in this process was the capture of Ctesiphon in 636 CE, which was a decisive victory that devastated Sasanian control over Iraq and paved the way toward the Persian heartland. It's important to recognize that these battles, including the Battle of Al-Qadisiyah, were pivotal in the fall of great empires like the Byzantines and Sassanids. These conflicts highlight how strategic brilliance and determination can lead to the downfall of even the most formidable powers, marking a significant turning point in history. The death of the last Sasanian ruler in 651 CE marked a pivotal moment, signifying the complete victory of the Muslim conquests. This event effectively ended the Sasanian Empire and solidified Muslim control over a vast territory. From there, the Muslim Empire continued to expand, dominating Khurasan and extending its reach all the way to Sindh, in what is now present-day Pakistan. This shows how quickly and extensively the empire was spreading to the east, bringing new regions under Islamic influence. Uthman, the third caliph, played a crucial role in this expansion. He carried on the military efforts, further enlarging the empire and consolidating the territories already gained. His leadership helped ensure the stability and growth of the empire during this critical period. So, Uthman's legacy, from 644 to 656 CE, is really about strengthening and extending the empire's boundaries. His efforts set the stage for the flourishing of the Islamic civilization and its influence across a vast and diverse region. This chapter of history highlights how leadership and military expansion were key to shaping the early Islamic world and its vast reach. This slide highlights how the heritage we're discussing today continues to influence the lives and cultures of billions of people around the world. It's a legacy that is very much alive and shaping our modern world. We see this influence as a modern legacy, paving the way for what is often called the Islamic Golden Age. During that time, there was a remarkable preservation and advancement of global wisdom and science, which had a lasting impact on knowledge and innovation. Moving further, the slide mentions the Golden Age, which was a period of extraordinary cultural and scientific achievements. It was also a time of vast conquests that created an extensive zone of cultural and economic exchange. These exchanges didn't just impact the regions involved, they reshaped global history in profound ways. Finally, we recognize that these historical events and achievements have a lasting impact, an enduring influence that continues to resonate globally today. This demonstrates how deeply interconnected our histories are and how they continue to influence modern societies, cultures, and ideas worldwide.